Hello my fair citizens and welcome back to the Salt Mine. I'm your mayor of Sodium City, Strider Stone, and let's see what we dug up this week. There's a new secret layer that was announced and I don't think anyone was expecting it. WoTC might actually spin off from Hasbro completely, and there are some Twitch mods that were fired from the Magic channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. The secret layer that was announced is going to be a Street Fighter one. Now this completely took me by surprise because, well, I guess it shouldn't really have, because they announced Fortnite collaboration. I mean, this one's pretty cool. I do like it. As far as I know, these cards will be Commander legal only, but the cards seem very, very cool. It's all based on Street Fighter 2 characters, so we have things like Guile, cue the music, Ryu, E Honda, Chun-Li, Dhalsim, Ken, Blanca, and Zangief. Now, all the cards look super crisp, the art's amazingly beautiful, and what they actually do is spot on to the actual story of like how they act, their mannerisms and stuff. It stays true to the game for sure, but Ken, Zangief, and Blanca seem absolutely busted. But if you want to see what each creature does, then that link will be in the description below. This secret layer is $39.99 for the regular and $49.99 for the foil. Now, I've never actually bought a secret layer, but for some reason I thought they were usually around the $80 to $100 range. So I don't know, I might be crazy. I did think about buying these and then maybe signing them, you know, making their value go down and then doing a raffle for those. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments section below. And next, we have a huge story about some people trying to get WoTC to spin off of Hasbro completely. It's actually supposed to be a tax-free spinoff, which I have no idea how that even happened. So if you're a business major or something, let me know in the comment section below. But this group is called Alta Fox Capital, and they're just an investment firm that owns a small percentage of Hasbro. I think it's like 2.3%. They are the top 10 shareholders. They're one of the top 10 shareholders. They're basically saying that they're nominating 5 directors to replace some underperforming directors within Hasbro. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to replace 5 specific directors, because there are only 11. And if there's a 2.3% shareholder, it's like, hey, I want to replace half your directors. I don't know if that's really going to work out. But maybe trying to get 1 or 2 in there is a possibility, especially if you're a top 10 shareholder and you can convince some other people to do the same thing. Now, if you go to the site freethewizards.com, you'll be able to see all the details and charts that they're comparing to kind of just have some leverage to give to these board members to be like, hey, here are all the examples of what's going on and here's what we need to fix. I think we just need to get rid of WoTC out of you guys because you're just wasting it away. I'm not exactly sure if it will ever work. I don't think they have enough leverage, but it also seems like they're kind of cherry picking some of their information. It really just seems like they're comparing a primarily digital format being like MTGA and MTGO, which a lot of people are playing. It's kind of booming still. They're comparing that to more like Hasbro stuff being like dolls, board games, and other things like that you would typically get from a brick and mortar store, which the majority of those have kind of been closed down from all the lockdowns and stuff over the time of the pandemic. So I would assume that the digital stuff would go up and then the physical stuff would typically go down. I'm not an economist, that's the word. I'm not an economist or an English major. So let me know if that's incorrect in the comment section below. It would be really interesting. I have a feeling they're kind of cherry picking some information. So I'm not sure if anyone will pick up on that. I'm assuming they will because they're on a board member for a fucking multi-billion-dollar company. I don't know. There's no way that they don't understand cherry picking data, but we'll see. Maybe I'm just wrong completely. Now for the tinfoil hat. The old digital director of WoTC is now the CEO of Hasbro. Now, this hasn't quite taken effect yet because the CEO of Hasbro died last year, unfortunately. So the new CEO starts officially in March. Now, this is very conveniently timed that they're trying to now spin off WoTC from Hasbro. So I have a feeling that the CEO was involved in getting this even started. If anything was actually happening, this person may be the one that started it or even put it in people's minds. However, again, tinfoil hat. But if anybody knows anything about it, it's the brand new CEO of Hasbro. They're very knowledgeable about the digital side of WoTC. Again, I mean, obviously, if you're the digital director or the digital CEO, I forgot his actual title name. If he's involved, 2.3% is not enough for leverage, I don't think. However, if you have the support and pressure of the Hasbro CEO on the board members, it's definitely possible that this could happen. And this ties into my entire tinfoil hat thing that I said back in January when this whole thing came up of the brand new CEO. So in 8 months, like September, October, I think they're going to announce that either they spun off completely or they're hiring a brand new team of like 100 people. They're doubling their current size because I think they have 40 or 50 developers right now. They're going to hire a brand new team of like 100 people to create MTG Online, but with arena graphics, or at least have MTG Arena, but 4-player with the spectator mode and all that stuff. Because before, MTG Arena was built by like 20 developers, and now that there's a lot of revenue and there's proof of concept, they're like, hey, this works, and it works really well. So now that they've doubled their size of developers, they could be like, hey, we have a lot more resources and a lot more money. We could just hire a brand new team to create a new client from the ground up, which is really what I hope they do. And then they can fully integrate Modern and Pioneer, maybe Legacy. I don't know if they're going to do all of MTGO, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Okay? Tinfoil hat. Possibility. And the last thing that we're going to cover today is going to be Wizards of the Coast firing their volunteer Twitch moderators back in late December without really compensating them. Now, E&D posted on Twitter back in December 21st, WoTC fired their volunteer Twitch chat mods effective immediately with a post in our Discord. They asked for our addresses to send us a token of appreciation, and now we've started to get them in. Now, all that time and work with no pay for a channel emotes playmat. And there'll be a picture of it like over my face or over my covering my nipples. I don't know. Ian then followed up by saying Wizards of the Coast never compensated its Twitch mods for their time or work, not even holiday cards or anything. So let it be a lesson to not get screwed like the mod team did by giving tons of labor and free time for multinational company making literal billions of dollars annually for no pay. There is a bunch of additional details behind all of this that I could and probably will expound upon further someday. And to the rest of my fellow ex-Magic mods, y'all were great to work with, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to get better for us. It does suck that Wizards never paid their Twitch mods like they should, considering they're a very large company. And really, again, they just should do it. Most people should, especially if you're of that level. Granted, they didn't stream a lot and their viewership tanked a lot compared to what it used to, but it seems like this person, Ian, has been mod for a really long time and never got compensated. So even if it was back when they were doing 10, 15, 20,000 viewers, back when they were doing really successful tournaments, it seems like they didn't get anything, which was very surprising. But it does seem like it was an agreement between the mods and WoTC that it was a volunteer position, because even when he made the tweet, he said a volunteer position. So again, usually these things still require some type of paper contract, so I'd be interested to see exactly what was signed to have a real opinion on the matter, but I would say morally, it's not okay. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd be really interested to understand where you're coming from on your thoughts, but legally, I would say it's probably fine since there really weren't that many streams. They don't get massive viewership anymore. It really just makes it seem like a normal stream where mods don't get paid. They're just kind of there. I don't know. It was also pretty clear that it was a volunteer position to begin with. I still have to say it's shady as fuck, but that's nothing new with WoTC. Let's be honest. There's been stories told from employees, ex-employees, contractors. WoTC has had a lot of mishaps, I guess you could say, when it comes to dealing with other people in general, I guess. Just mishandling people. They don't typically treat people like people. I guess you could say. But that's going to wrap it up for this week's Salt Mine, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell notification. If you run into any news stories, let me know in the comment section below or hop into the Discord server. It's discord.gg/sodiumcity. Make sure to stay salty. Enjoy your night. Thank you all so much for watching to the very end. I do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, especially since it's a new one. So please share it with anybody who you think might be interested. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and leave a comment.